Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Beyond the Backboard podcast. This is another special episode of the 2 Minute Drill. My name is Omar. Next to me is Max. Below me is Earl. And today we are talking about who is going to win Rookie of the Year. I feel like we got a lot of stuff in the bag here. A lot of mixed reactions on who's gonna do what and what's gonna do where and who's gonna do who. Like, what's going on? But we shall continue. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think has the best chance to win Rookie of the Year?
Um, I think no one other than number one pick in the NBA draft. I think he's been very disrespected in the media.
Say his name.
Zachary Ricochet. If I said that right, I'm pretty sure that's.
I think that
Yes,
is
you
right.
said it
That's
right.
pretty
You
good.
said it right. Zach Risha.
I finally got a name right on here. Let's go. But I just want to say
Alante Murray.
the Hawks are pretty much my second team because I live in Georgia. My dad has been a fan since birth, so that's kind of my birthright team. I think that he is going to. I think he's gonna be a positive influence on that Hawks organization. Like what I've seen, I watched that whole first game, and he's really good at playing through the flow of the game. He came off the bench, he had 20 points that game, only missed 3 shots. Like he played so good. He had I don't know if you guys seen it online, but he had one play where it was kind of like a little fast break, whatever, and he throws the ball between his legs to Clint Capella, and he finishes. And
Ooh.
y'all know Clint Capella, not really a great finisher. No offense. So I'm glad he finished the play. But he just looked good. He has a handle. He was shooting a 3 ball, like off dribble, like in rhythm, catch and shoot, from Trae Young. And he's just everywhere. He was finishing. He was finishing with contact, dunking the ball, layups, everything. And I think his skill set is like special. Like I don't think people are talking about him enough. He's 6'9" with guard like handles. Like he's really impressive. So I think for me, I am a big Dalton Connect believer, but I think Zachary Ricochet, he's going to get a lot of opportunities early on, and I think that's going to put him towards the top of this Rookie of the Year race. And I think unrelated but kind of related, I think they just need to trade DeAndre Hunter. I think that is probably. I think he's hit
I
his.
mean, I can see him coexisting with Ricochet, 3 and the 4.
I just feel like
I can see him sitting behind Risha, to be completely honest. You guys
That's
need to build a bench. Might as well start with DeAndre
But-
Hunter.
I'm not even talking about for Ricochet person. I was just saying like I watched him play, and he was just not
but
connect
it's preseason though.
on any level. But this is how he was last year, though. Like it's like based on
I guess.
it's been
There
no
was no step up.
progression like from a vet
Okay.
on that team. But
That's fair.
that's
fair.
just my thoughts. You don't obviously have to trade him, but I just think that early on, I think you put Zachary into the fire early on and see what happens. In my opinion, I think that's the best way he's going to learn and get better.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
my pick.
I think for me, maybe a name that I'm high on that maybe some other people aren't as high on. I kind of like Donovan Clingan. Like I think he has a
like
pretty solid upside here. I don't know. Something just about him gives me a good feeling. Like 7'2", pretty polished. He's going to Portland, which isn't great. I don't love that as like a spot for him to develop, especially with all the other centers they got there. I don't maybe know if he's going to be Rookie of the Year because I'm not sure how much time he's going to get behind DeAndre Ayton and Robert Williams, assuming they're healthy. I think long term, you could definitely see Clingan become one of the better players from this class and become like an impactful, like a Nick Claxton type guy, or maybe even better. Like I could definitely see him being like one of those kind of like borderline top 10, or maybe not borderline top 10, but like top 15, top 20 centers in the NBA and like have a really good long career. So he's someone I'm high on. I'll also throw the shout out to Reed Shepherd. I mean, he's probably the favorite right now to win Rookie of the Year. He looked the best in Summer League, I would say. I know a lot of GMs are super high on him. They did the NBA, or I forget who did it, but they came out with the GM poll recently, and I think like 50% of GMs said Reed Shepherd's going to win Rookie of the Year, and like most of them think that he's going to be the best player in this draft class 5 years from now. So he definitely has a high upside. I think it'd be foolish to say anyone has better odds than Reed Shepherd, but I'm also not entirely sold. I'm not sold on anyone. I think he's got a good shot. Like I said, I like Shepherd. I like Klingon, but it's going to be tough for those guys. I mean, especially with Shepherd, he's in a similar situation where he's got other guys, more established guys ahead of him at his position. I'm sure Houston's going to want to build around him. They're not just going to squander a number 3 overall pick, but he doesn't have as clear cut spot in his team as maybe someone like an Alex Sarr or like a Rob Dillingham or a Steven Castle.
You know what? I'm really surprised that a lot of people don't like this pick. I'm not sure why he even dropped that low to begin with. I know he was still top 10, but this is still
I know
kind of
you wanted
weird to
Zach
me.
Edey to go 1.
Oh, yeah, I wanted Zach Edey to go top 3. And I think Zach Edey probably has the best case to win Rookie of the Year. No doubt in my mind. You want to hear my reasons? Let's go over the past 2 years. 2 times in a row, 2023 and 2024. I'm going to list off 3 awards here. National College Player of the Year, 2 years in a row. Pete Newell Big Man Award, 2 years in a row. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award, 2 years in a row. Now I'm not talking
Pretty
about
good
this.
company.
Luke Olson Award, 2024. 20 consensus first team All-American, 2023 and 2024. NCAA season scoring leader, 2024. 2 Big Ten male athlete of the year, 2023 and 2024. Guys, what is going on? Why are
Bro,
we sleeping on this guy? Why is nobody talking about this?
because it means nothing. All those accolades.
I wouldn't say it means nothing.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it means nothing. I'm saying like when you translate that to the NBA, it's a broader spectrum of the type of players you're going to play against. Like I get it. I'm a big fan. Like think about guys like Jahlil Okafor and how great he was in college. Frank Kaminsky,
Yeah.
those guys in college.
He won the
Great, top of the top
Big
line
Man Award.
talent. Great, but
Jahlil Okafor is making a
transitioning
comeback.
to
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, but I'm saying like I mean, come on, bro. Talking about translating that to the NBA is different. Like I watched him in the preseason
Yeah.
a little bit. I watched him try to shoot a 3, complete air ball. I think not saying that he can't get better, but I just think there's people in this draft who are a little bit more developed than him. Like Zach Edey was great because he was bigger than everybody. Like in college, all they did, they backed him down. He used his physicality, boom, finish under the goal. Like teams aren't gonna let you have those one-on-ones. Like it's not gonna be as easy to get those type of buckets in the NBA. You're gonna have to play the Joel Embiid. We're gonna have to play the Victor. I'll even throw Victor in there. The Anthony Davises of the world.
Oh, Victor's gonna be a problem for
They're
him.
not going to
Victor.
give you those free like back to the basket buckets. You're gonna have guards reaching on you and stealing the ball. They're not gonna let you play 1-on-1 like they do in college. You can't just sit in the paint like you can in college. Because of the 3-second rule on defense and stuff like you can't do those type of things.
That's very true. Yeah, there are definitely different things.
Not to discredit his work because it is very impressive. Like obviously, if everybody could do it, they would, and they didn't. He earned those rewards, rightfully so. But for me, I don't think he was a top 3 talent. I think the place he got drafted was like really good for his skill set as far as like placement. Like I think it was respectful.
That's why I also think like where he went is pretty perfect. Like he's walking into a starting role, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty solid position for him to be in.
Yeah, I
right
agree.
next to Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bain, John Morant. Like
Yeah.
John Morant has another lob threat. Like think about that.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be really interesting what the Memphis Grizzlies do this year. I know we were pretty high. I guess pretty high on them going into this season. I know what you think, but I mean, me and Earl, we're pretty high on the Memphis Grizzlies, I guess.
I mean, stand on business.
We're fine in the West, all right. We're fine in the West.
Well, like Zach Edey, I do agree. He's probably one of the better positioned draft picks this year. Like he's going into a perfect situation. Jaren Jackson is not an elite rebounder by any means, but he's an excellent defender. And I think both of those guys can kind of complement each other's game. So I definitely
think Memphis's defense just went up tenfold. Yeah.
For sure. And there's other guys too that like Rob Dillingham's probably going to play a role for.
There's just more. There's just more
Mike
stuff.
Conley start to decline this year.
There's just a lot more stuff they can probably do with Zach Edey.
Oh, what about I don't know
honorable
how to
mention.
Honorable mention from the Charlotte Hornets.
TJ. TJ. They call him TJ Salon, but that's not his real name.
I'll go with TJ Salon. He has been playing amazing. He's been shooting the 3 ball at a high clip. He's been getting to the paint. He's been playing defense at 6'10". That was the steal of the draft. I just said that.
That's my boy.
Not really a steal because he was the 6'7", but he's not.
I mean, if he's him, then he's him. You know, I mean, Luka was the steal of the draft at 3. So
I've been watching those games and he's nice. Like he's not Like, you know how some guys come in like 6'10" plus, or like their shots a little clinky,
They're
they're
awkward.
they're off. Yeah, they're awkward. Like their off ball movement and stuff like that. It doesn't fit in the flow of a game. Like he just looks comfortable. Like he looks like he's been playing like in the league for at least a year. So I like what I've seen from him, man. Like I've been watching a lot of Hornets games because obviously I have a lot of stock in that team for my fantasy. But he's a guy who definitely slept under the radar for me. So
Yeah.
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 Any
TJ
shouts
Salon,
like
I knew it as soon as I picked him up. I saw a couple plays from him and I was like, man,
to be
this
fair,
kid's
we
gonna
all
be
did, but Omar
I
had
mean,
a hierarchy in the waivers.
No, I
no,
got
I
him.
didn't. I traded for
Oh,
him.
you
I
got him?
got him.
Oh, you
I got
traded?
him and traded him for Omar
You
later. I forget
traded?
who I got. I think I got like Cam Johnson, I want to say, for that.
Yeah, you got Cam Johnson out of it.
I'll take it. I still back Cam Johnson over Salon personally.
Whatever.
but
Cam
what
Johnson
I
is the
need. I'm
best.
sure in 5 years, Salon will be
Cam
good.
Cam Thomas is the best person on that team anyway.
That probably is
And that's
a
the
really,
problem.
really good. That's a good right now move for Max. 100% great future move for Omar.
100%.
Yeah, I'm more concerned with the current. I
But
think
the
Cam Johnson's
real
gonna be better
person who
this year
lost out in
probably
that
next
was
year.
Bismarck for just dropping him out of nowhere. I don't
Yeah,
know.
for
Yeah,
real.
that
I
was
don't know
great.
what
Yeah,
that
dropping
was.
him
That
is
was
insane.
crazy.
That's
I
insane.
recently started a fantasy league for my NBA cohort, and bro, all these teams are stacked. Like they're stacked. Like let me just read off my roster for you. And I was the second pick of the draft, so I picked Victor at the second pick. I got
What one?
who went one? Giannis. I don't know why this guy picked Giannis, but he picked Giannis.
He's not bad. I think
He's not bad. Joel Embiid went pretty late too. He went like the sixth pick or something. We have
That's
literally
not even that late.
we
I've
only
seen
have
Embiid
six.
slip,
We
like,
only have
into the
six
first
people.
round in some draft.
We
Oh, you
only
got
have six
people in the
people
league. Oh, yeah,
in the
yeah.
thing. Yeah. So my
Yeah, all the teams are going to be loaded.
point guard Donovan Mitchell, shooting guard LaMelo Ball, stretch guard Mikal Bridges, small forward Jason Tatum, power forward Victor Wembanyama, stretch four is Chet Holmgren, center is Pascal Siakam. On my utility is Evan Mobley, DeMar DeRozan, and Cam Thomas.
Yeah, that's kind of good.
Bro.
I got Emmanuel quickly on my bench, Dante DiVincenzo, Klay Thompson, Zachary Shea, Isaiah Hartenstein.
Since we did that, since we're on fantasy real quick, let me do this.
Or as you're pulling up the fantasy, do we have, before we end this episode off, do we want to just stay who we think will win Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I'll say
I'm saying Zeke
my
and
Rookie of
Zachary.
the Year. I'm sticking with Zachary. I think he's gonna shock a lot of people.
All right, I'll give Reed Shepard some love considering we can't. I think he's the favorite, so I'll give him some love considering y'all didn't pick him.
I like those.
Yeah. I got Zach
I want to
Edey.
say Alex
I'm sticking
Sarr.
with Zach Edey.
I'm just like,
True, Alex Sarr. We didn't touch much on Alex Sarr this episode, but that's a team that desperately needs talent, and so I think they're going to be willing to give him the rock, even if it takes him a while to progress.
I will say, shout out to Atlanta though. People said it was a bad pick to take him first, but I think right now, based on what I've seen, how he fits, I think it was the right choice. And
I don't know who else they would have done because Alex Sarr didn't want to be there.
Bye. Nah, but yeah, that's our picks for our projection of Rookie of the Year. If you guys like this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us, and the growth from this channel has been tremendous. Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace out.
Peace out, boys.